If you really want to be good, come in the morning before and practice. Because there's nothing like getting on the stage for the first time. Very different, isn't it? If you really want to be good, go practice in the same room you're going to be speaking in. Get used to walking the room. Get used to seeing your audience there. Get used to going up and down and all around and what that's going to feel like, because every stage is different. Every room is different because every personality of the group is going to be different. When you go back on stage, this is a very bad idea to go back on stage this way. Why is it a bad idea? Turning your back to the audience. When you go back, there we go. It's a, when you go back on stage, good thing to do, put your calves on the podium. If it's low, put your calves on the podium, then take a step up. Just like that. You're not paying attention. You don't know what's going on. It's the stuff behind the stuff that makes you shine like a star. When I've come here to get water, have you noticed that I've always done this? It's never just been this. So point number 2. Always, I'm very aware of that. So I utilize a lot of my peripheral vision, grab a quick sip, and then I'm back out. Never turning my back to my audience, or at least only to as few audience members as possible. So take your time, practice a little bit. If you're wearing heels, then be extremely careful, or just use the stairs. You can still turn this way, but then turn yourself around as quickly as possible, and then you're going to go up sideways versus turning your back and going here. Because whatever I'm saying to you, you're not connecting with me. Even if it's only a line, it's still important because you have to catch up with that later. So when I say blocking, sometimes people even tell their happy stories over here. Then they'll tell their sad stories over here. Then when they go back to do the pitch for their courses and materials, they'll go back to the happy side. Because subconsciously you've anchored this in the minds of your audience as being the happy side. Not difficult, but it's the stuff behind the stuff. This is how we think anyway. Now, you have to be careful about not stepping on your anchor. Don't step on your anchor. Don't tell a happy story here, then a sad story here, then another happy story. Then all of a sudden, it's like an eraser in the mind. You've just erased that rule. So just think about that. And I know this is just your first time. I'm talking about when you do your long trainings or keynotes. Okay? Also, I want you to utilize your hands. Utilize your hands while you're talking. Don't just use it as the same repetitive statement. You said you only have how many lives to live?
1 life.
How many lives?
1 life.
There we go. No, wait, let me see.
1 life.
Now, do it and pause. Okay. Remember what we said about how we do things. If we're talking to Angela in the back or next to back row, she may not be able to see over Leah or her computer. Or if we're talking to Diari back there, if we're talking to David, yeah, that's an even better one. If we're talking to David, he needs to be able to see it because he can also invest in your stuff as well. Right? Mm-hmm. These are all potential customers, not just the front row. Everybody is a potential customer or client, and you also want to help all the people with your message, yes?
Yes.
You also want to practice for the big stage. David Phelps, we went out to the big stage on your Platinum one day, and he said, man, that was the biggest turnaround in my entire career. I take you out to a place called Miller Outdoor Theater where there's like 900 outdoor seats. It's an amphitheater, and it's a huge, it's 4 times as big as this. And you have to learn how to utilize this whole stage. And I'll sit in the way back, way in the back. So I'm really small, and you have to talk to me just the same way as though we were right here. Why? Because you still have audience members who are back there, and they still have Visas and MasterCards too. So anytime you do something, you want to, as Patricia Fripp said, you want to exaggerate the obvious. You have only one life to live. Okay? Go all the way. Give me just a piece of that. Give me just one piece of that. Let's just do the last part again. Okay. Just the last part. Take a deep breath. Okay, take another one. Remember, we're all here for you. Lyle, what's the best thing that can happen?
The best thing that can happen?
Yes.
I make $41,500 a month, just like you.
Okay, what's the best thing that's going to happen in about 30 seconds? What's the best thing that can happen?
Improve.
Yeah, and what else?
Get better.
What else? When you walk out of there, what might happen?
Applause.
Yeah, feels pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When you talk to people and they tell you how proud of you they are,
Mm-hmm.
and how amazing that transformation was, that feels pretty good, doesn't it?
Right.
Go there.
So get fit for Christ. If you don't get fit for Christ, your life is in jeopardy. It's okay to tell the truth, because if you don't, you might find yourself in divorce court. And when you're in a family feud, hey, have a change of heart and get some home improvement. Because these are
change of
heart.
There you go. Take your time. Take your time. Enjoy it while we enjoy it.
Have a change of heart and get some home improvement, because these are the days of our lives. Call on God, because he is the guiding light. Call on him, because we only have one life to live. He will make us bold and beautiful, because my God says that he loves all my children.
Say, deliver it.
All my children.
Okay, try it one more time. Wait, hold the clap. Let's go back to guiding. You said he, right? Okay, go ahead. He, all the way.
He will make us bold and beautiful, because my God says that he loves all my children.
Very good. Little things make a big difference. Give it up for Lyle Johnson, please. Amen.